Hi students, this is second lesson in chapter 2, inverse trigonometric functions. In the last lesson we have seen the function given is f from r to r defined by sin x, f of x equal to sin x. Then we defined the inverse sine function, and the second one we have taken r, then f of x equal to cos x. And for these two functions, we define inverse by suitably changing the domain and changing the codomain also. So these two we changed, then we define the inverse trigonometric functions. Say for example, sine inverse x is a function from -1 to 1 to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So this is the domain and range. Similarly, for cos inverse x, we have defined from -1 to 1 only, these two. Then here it is from 0 to pi. And I have explained how to make this 1, 1 and 1, 2 with the help of the graph. Now today, let us study how to define similarly the next inverse trigonometric function tan. So once again, let me take the function f from, you know that domain of tan x, it can be taken in the beginning r to r because it's a real function defined by f of x equal to tan x. But there is one small problem, even r cannot be taken as the domain because tan x is sin x divided by cos x, and whenever this cos x is 0, tan x is not defined, therefore we have to remove all those points. What are the points? So when x equal to pi by 2, for example, tan x is not defined, so tan pi by 2 is not defined. Similarly 3 pi by 2, 2 pi by 2, etc. So here there is some problem with the domain also. Range no problem because it takes all the values from minus infinity to plus infinity. So actually domain is this r minus set of all x such that x equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. We have seen last year general solution of trigonometric functions. There we have considered all these things. So we have to remove all the odd multiple of pi by 2 from this one. Then this becomes the domain. So this is the basic idea which you should understand for defining the trigonometric function. Let me first draw as before the graph of this function so that it is easy to understand how to cut this and this if at all required to make it suitable for defining the inverse. So let me draw the graph here. So you know that it is a domain is codomain is same as range, that is r actually. So it is onto function. So first pi by 2 it is not defined, therefore first let me take pi. Uh, pi by 2 only will take. This is pi by 2. So this is pi by 2. This is 0. This is minus pi by 2. So this is minus pi by 2. And we know that tan is not defined at pi by 2 and minus pi by 2. So tan pi by 2 it is actually going to plus infinity this side, minus pi by 2 minus infinity. So the graph of this function in this branch, let me specify in this branch. Of course, I have to take open interval. So in this branch is like this. It comes like this, then passing through 0, then like this. It will not touch this line and this line. This is the thing. Same way now, if you take this pi and this 3 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, once again you draw the line here where it is not defined, then you can draw the curve like this, like this. So this is also tan x only in this branch. Same way here it is pi by minus pi by 2. This is minus pi, this is minus 3 pi by 2. So once again you can draw the line here and like this. Then the curve is like this. It comes like this, then like this. So it is very clear from the graph that this function is not 1 1. For example, it cuts x-axis at 0, tan 0 is 0, tan pi is also 0, tan minus pi also 0. This is minus pi. So like that, there are many values where the same element here is going to the same element here. The different elements here, they are going to the same. So it is not 1 1. So it's very clear. Of course, it is onto. But to make it invertible, we have to make it 1 1. So as before, what we do is, instead of taking the entire R, now if you take f from say minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 to R, then this function becomes both 1 1 and onto. Because I have not taken minus pi by 2, minus pi by 2 is not defined, pi by 2 also is not defined, so we are taking open interval to R. So it takes all, you can see here, from minus infinity to plus infinity, this function is defined. So define f of x equal to tan x. If this is the function, then definitely f inverse is from R to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So this can be defined as f of f inverse x equal to tan inverse x. So this is the definition of inverse tan function. So what you have to do is take the function f from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 to R, defined by f of x equal to tan x, then reverse. So f inverse is from R to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, f inverse x equal to tan inverse x. So this is the definition. Now as before, another concept which you have to remember is principal value branch. Here also same thing, and this concept is continued for all the remaining also. See, here we can define the inverse by taking minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. I can also take this interval and then define the same inverse function. I can define here also, So the different branches which we can take for defining inverse is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. This is one branch. Or we can also take pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, and you can continue in this direction. And here also you can come back, say minus 3 pi by 2 to minus pi by 2. Here also you can continue. But for defining, we have taken this interval as the main interval, that is called principal value branch of inverse tan function. So this is the basic idea. Then as before, for example, I can find, say, what is the value of tan inverse root 3. So what you have to do is, you know this one, tan pi by 3 equal to root 3. So whenever you have difficulty, first you go like this, because standard angles, tan ratio, you know, tan pi by 3 is root 3. Therefore, tan inverse root 3 is pi by 3. And this pi by 3 is the principal value, called principal value of this. And remember, whenever principal value is asked, it should be between minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. More problems we shall take later related to principal value. Now, as before, we have to also understand the graph of tan function. Graph of tan function is like this. I told you the trick of drawing the inverse graph for the given function. So first what you do is, let us first draw y equal to tan x graph. And we should know that since we are drawing the inverse trigonometric function, the inverse tan graph also, we should consider only the graph where it is both 1 1 and onto. Therefore, let me take, this is pi by 2 and minus pi by 2. So y-axis, of course, I have to take the entire y-axis because codomain is R only. So here just draw line, and here also draw one more line. So the tan function is now, it is from, like, sorry, it should not touch this line. So it should come like this, then like this. So this is tan graph. So it is minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Of course, this is 0. This is y-axis, y dash and y. So this is the graph. How to draw the inverse function for this one? I told you what I have to do is take this as y-axis, this as x-axis. Therefore, what I have to do is I have to take this x-axis and this is y-axis. This is minus pi by 2, this is pi by 2. Then here also you draw a line like this, draw a line like this. Now, imagine that this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis now, and then you have to draw the graph. So if you have difficulty, of course, this inverse also will pass through 0 here only. Then you see here it is pi by 2. So this side is positive, this side is positive, this side is negative because it is this is 0, this is negative, this side is negative. So what should happen is tan is positive in the first quadrant. So you can also think like this. Pi by 4 comes here, where it will be either here or here. It should be here, so somewhere here. So the function is actually it comes like this, then like this. So this is the inverse. So y equal to tan inverse x graph. So sometimes you may be having confusion. For example, you can draw like this, but you have to think like this. Say whenever you have difficulty, think of some standard value. Say pi by 2 it is not defined, pi by 4 it is 1. Where is 1? This side. So then this is the curve. So there is another thing which you can observe. This, of course, we are talking about increasing and decreasing function. Tan is an example of increasing function. This is going like this. And see here, this is also increasing function. The direct function y equal to tan x and y equal to tan inverse x, both are increasing functions. More about this we can study later. So this is all about the tan function. So we have completed inverse sine, then inverse cos and inverse tan function. Now let us take one more because we have to complete all the 6 inverse trigonometric functions. You have to make it very familiar. Then only we can think of the properties and other things. So let me take next y equal to cosec x. So you know that cosec x is 1 by sin x. So here afterwards it is very easy to define the inverse function provided you know the nature of the graph. The moment you draw the graph, you will come to know what is the domain and what is the codomain or what is the range. So as before, what I do is, let me first draw the graph of cosecant x. But you know that cosecant x is 1 by sin x. Therefore, whenever sin x is 0, this is not defined. Cosecant x is not defined. So we have to draw the graph like this. So 0 it is not defined. Then similarly pi it is not defined. So we write wherever it is not defined, we will draw the line like this. Then this is 0, this is pi, and similarly 2 pi also it is not defined. So I will draw one more line here. So here it is 2 pi, and here minus pi also same thing. Minus pi also it is not defined. So we can draw one line here. This is minus pi, and minus 2 pi. I will finish with this one, minus 2 pi. So here also it is not defined. See, normally to understand whether it is one onto or not, it is better to have at least a few branches. Then pi by 2, if you take sin pi by 2 is 1, cosec pi by 2 is also 1 because 1 by 1, 1. So this is one value for cosec also. And similarly, if you take 3 pi by 2 here, it is minus 1 here. So it is alternate 1, minus 1, here plus 1. Here it should be minus 1 here. And here it should be plus 1 here. Now how to draw the graph? So to draw the graph, what you have to do is, see, the graph of sine is like this. So it is like this. like this, then it goes like this. Graph of cosec is the remaining. That means actually what you have to draw is, this is the graph. Actually you have studied this last year, first year, in the third chapter, that is trigonometric function, you have studied this. Here it is like this, like this. And here see, in alternate branch, here below, here above, then here once again below, like this, like this, then here it is like this. Now it is very, I have taken 4 branches. So from minus 2 pi to pi, minus pi, then minus pi to 0, 0 to pi, pi to 2 pi. This is a little bit complicated graph. But one thing very clear after drawing the graph, say for example, at pi by 2, this value is pi by 2, and here it is minus 3 pi by 2. At these two, it is 1. Here also 1, here also 1. So it is very clear it is not 1, 1. Similarly, you can take here, for example, this value and this value. Here it is minus pi by 2, here it is 3 pi by 2. It is 1 and 1, of course, minus 1 and minus 1. So this is not 1, 1 function. Second one is, it is not onto also, because it takes only values. If you take here, for example, like this, it is minus 1, this is minus 1. And if you take here like this, it is plus 1. All the values are either above plus 1 including 1, and or below minus 1 including minus 1. So that means this branch, this much is not taken as the image. So this function is not onto also, it is not 1, 1 also. Therefore, how to define the inverse function? What is the procedure? So whichever, wherever it creates problem, that we have to cut. So you can define the inverse like this. No, what is the necessary condition? It should be made both 1, 1 and onto. So what we do is, this is pi by 2. So I will draw the line here like this, and this curve I will take, and here I will draw, this is minus pi by 2. So I will draw the line here and like this. So note here, it is minus pi by 2, here it is pi by 2. This is the branch I am taking, this branch. And here, see, this curve is like this. Concentrate only on this one. And here it is like this, 0 to, and one more thing is, this point, this line we cannot take, that is 0. This we have to remove. So this 0 we have to remove. So what is the domain I have to take to make this function 1, 1 is, f should be from including minus pi by 2 and including pi by 2 I can take, because there it is defined. So minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Then what I have to do is, 0 I have to exclude, because at 0 this is not defined. So 2. What should be the codomain? This much is not taken. Of course, 1 I have to include here. Only open interval here I have to exclude. That means r minus minus 1 to 1 I have to take. So if I define this, f of x equal to cosec x, this is bijective. Let me conclude once again. What you have to do is, don't take the entire, take only the function from minus pi by 2 to 0, exclude 0, and then 0 to pi by 2. One value, one range 0 is a function, curve will be here, another curve will be here, and both are, it's clear that it is 1, 1, because any value here will go here only, any value here it will come here. So it is 1, 1. Second one is, another problem is that this entire r, if you take, these values are not taken by the function. So what you do is, cut this interval and up to this. That means you remove this one. All the remaining values of r will be here and here. They will be the images. So that means this function becomes both 1, 1 and onto. Therefore, now we can define f inverse from. So as before, it is r minus minus 1 to 1 2, then minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, of course here minus 0. So this is defined by f inverse x equal to cosecant inverse x. So this is a definition of inverse cosecant function, and as before, once again, principal value branch we can take. What is principal value branch? For the definition purpose we have taken this branch, so that is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 excluding 0, but you can see this one, so it is one branch, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, then excluding 0, so 0. Same thing we can also do here. For example, I can take pi by 2 to 3 pi by 2, then minus, I have to exclude pi because pi also it is not defined. This side also I can take, for example, I can take minus 3 pi by 2 to minus pi by 2. In this case, I have to exclude minus pi. So all the even that is integral multiple of pi we have to exclude. So these are the branches, different branches. This is one branch, this is another branch, this is another branch, and it continues this side and it continues this side. Among them, for definition, we have taken this branch, and this is called the principal value branch. So you have to remember this one. And this is the domain R minus 1 to 1, and codomain or range is this one, and range is also called principal value branch. So this is how we define cosecant inverse x, that is inverse function of cosecant x. Now, of course, as before, we can also find the principal value given a value like this. Say, for example, what is cosecant inverse? Say 2. If you have difficulty, once again, what is this value if the question is asked? So you do like this. See, sine x equal to 1 by 2. This corresponds to cosecant x equal to 2. So, but what value of sine x is 1 by 2? X will be equal to pi by 6. Sine 30 is half. Therefore, definitely this is pi by 6, because here also cosecant pi by 6 will be equal to 2. So, cosecant inverse of 2 will be equal to pi by 2. But remember, there is no meaning if you say cosecant inverse, say 1 by 2, because domain is R minus 1 to 1, means either x should be less than minus 1 or x should be more than 1. Only values more than 1 you have to take here, or less than minus 1. That means numerical value of this one should be always more than 1, plus or minus. So that is another understanding you should have for this particular function. So we have defined totally 4 functions. Let me conclude here, because if I take all the functions together, it may be difficult. And one more thing we have to do here is graph, that is y equal to cosecant x. This graph I have already shown. So please try how to draw the graph of y equal to cosecant inverse x. The trick I told you, that is the general trick. You can do it for any function and inverse function. So first you take the x-axis and y-axis. First draw the corresponding graph here. Then take the same thing, interchanging x and y-axis. Draw the graph mechanically. That becomes the inverse. So there is no difficulty. So please try this. But remember, cosecant inverse graph itself is complicated. We should be very careful. And let me just add one more trick. If you have difficulty in drawing this graph only, say cosecant inverse, so another trick is this. So what you do is, sine, it is very familiar graph. Say for example, this is 0, this is pi, and this is 2 pi. Sine graph is, of course, here also you can take minus pi, then minus 2 pi. Say sine graph is like this. This is a very familiar graph. So normally we don't have difficulty with sine graph. So what is cosecant inverse graph? Whatever is here, you should draw here like this. Up to this it is common, like this. And here also like this. And this, since cosecant x is not defined for example, here you have to draw the line here. So like this and like this. So one branch here. So then you remove this sine graph. Remove the sine graph like this. So that it is very easy to draw. See, one branch above, one branch below, one branch alternate. So 0 to pi, pi to 2 pi, 2 pi to 3 pi, like that. This side, same thing. So once you know this trick, one is here, another one is here, next one is here, next one is here, like that. So that is easy way of drawing the graph. To draw the inverse, what you have to do is just reverse. Say only one branch you have to take, that is principal branch. Then reverse x-axis and y-axis, draw the corresponding graph. And it is, whatever explanation I give, that is not actually convenient. You should yourself practice this one, then you will understand. Sometimes you may have some difficulty, but still, if you do it, definitely it will be very simple. So please do that, graph of cosecant inverse x. And let me take the next one, that is what is remaining is secant inverse is remaining, and tan is over, cot inverse is remaining. In the next session we will take, let me not mix all the 6 inverse graphs in one, sorry, inverse trigonometric functions in one class. So I have taken first 2 in the first session, I have taken the next 2 here. So please revise. Same way, when you take y equal to secant x graph, the best thing is first you draw the cos graph, then take the remaining above and below for secant. It will be very simple. Graph of cosecant and graph of secant, they are one and the same. Only thing is there is a shift. So here you see graph will be like this. For this also same thing. Only change is there is a 90-degree difference. So 90-degree difference. How it differs, you please try yourself so that you will understand it better. So in the next class, let me start with secant graph and then its inverse. Then another one is cot and its inverse. So with this, we are actually finding the inverse function of a given trigonometric function. This is the first thing. Then what you have to do is, you have to study the properties. There are some definite sets of properties related to all these functions. So that is the next one. Then what we do is, using this property, we are solving the problem. This is a very relatively very limited and small chapter, inverse trigonometric function. But problems can be very challenging also, because the challenge here is, it is not direct. Say first you have to say one simple thing is, say for example you take cos inverse minus half, and it is not easy to directly give the answer. Of course there are some properties using which you can definitely give the answer immediately. So let us study them in the next session. As I told you, I have to define inverse secant and inverse cot in the next class. Please, if you like this lesson, please share with your friends. If you are not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. Let us meet in the next lesson, that is ML3, with 2 more, that is secant inverse and cot inverse. So till then, bye. Let us meet in the next class. Take care.